Stop showing me your loser husband. Stop showing me your loser husband.
This is my
One of the most annoying video on the internet is when a wife is trying to ask for audience opinion about her marriage. She's posting something about marriage, she's posting something about her husband, and people in the comment section or people on the internet are giving opinion telling you your husband hates you, he doesn't like you, he's not supposed to treat you like that. That is not a normal behavior. Why is he doing that? And the next thing, the wives will come online and be like, oh, you all are wicked, or you all are so annoying. Is just a joke kind of, thing. You guys, that video, those kind of videos are very annoying, especially when they come back to start saying, oh, we love each other, he loves me so much, like he actually respects me, like he actually do things that, it's just a joke, so just a short clip. Why you all judging my marriage? Like I am telling me all to leave him and all of that. Those type of videos are annoying. I'm very sure most of you agree with me. So men are like, if you don't want to hear opinion about your marriage, if you don't want us to diagnose your relationship for you, do not post them online for us to see. Keep your husband to yourself. Why some people are like, are we saying women should stop posting the troubles that they go through in marriage? Are you saying that are you silencing women? Are we trying to silence women by saying that? I have some interesting videos to share with you all, you guys. So let's watch these videos together, and I'll see you all at the end of the videos.
impersonation of a girl who has posted a heinously unbecoming video of her husband, and it is now going viral. And there's thousands of comments from people telling her that she needs to leave her husband because he hates her. Hey guys, wow. I posted a video yesterday of me and my husband. First of all, it was a joke. I just want to start by saying that it was a joke, and I never expected that it would blow up like that. I never expected that it would get millions of views, and I certainly never expected the number of absolutely rude and frankly inaccurate comments that were left by strangers who literally don't know me and don't know my husband. And I just want to say that you cannot make an accurate assumption about somebody based on a 37-second clip of their life. That was literally a joke. Okay? And so I just want to say that, like, you don't know him. You don't know him like I do. You don't know me. You don't know our marriage. You don't know the 10 years that we have had together, of the ups and the downs, because God knows there's been downs. You don't know any of that. You just see a 37-second clip that, frankly, guys, is literally the worst 37 seconds of his life. Okay? That video that I posted, that was the worst 37 seconds of his life. And yeah, I uploaded it. Yeah, I recorded it and watched it back and edited it and posted it. But I never could have imagined that there were so many weird and just rude people online that would honestly think that they could make a fair judgment of somebody based on a 37-second video. That, again, was literally the worst 37 seconds of his life, and in no way reveals any sort of character flaw about him. So I just wanted to come on here and clear the air that I love my husband. My husband loves me. That was a joke. He doesn't actually hate me, no matter what you guys think. And I think this is just a good reminder that your words have weight. And when you comment things like that on a stranger's video, that it actually impacts real people. So I just wanted to say that.
Those women come online showing the shitty things that their husbands do and then follow it up with another video being like, you guys just don't get it. Like, that is our jokes. Like, this is a joke. Like, you guys don't know how to take a joke. In my head, I'm always like, nah, I can take a joke. I just don't bring it into my house, have a baby by it, and marry it. Yeah, like, that's the thing. When you're married to a joke, your life becomes the bit. right? And that's what we're seeing. It's a bit. It's a funny comedic thing. We've seen it on like SNL. We've seen it in so many different comedy TV shows where like the wife does everything and then the husband just thinks somehow, some way there's a maid, there's a ghost maid in the house. You know what I mean? These are the things that they put up with because they have communities around them that also put up with it. When you have a soundboard that you can complain to on like Facebook or within your community, and they are all women who are also dealing with jokes of husbands, what we say doesn't even matter. These women they've hit levels of disrespect that we will never even be able to comprehend, which is why when they come on and post their shit, they're so confused as to why we don't see the joke.
Stop showing me your loser husband. Stop showing me your loser husband. Stop showing me your loser husband, boyfriend, fiance, partner, whomstever. Stop posting it. They just like to get their girls together, to relate, you know? Like, does your husband ever make the kids lunch, but really he just makes one of them lunch and then the other three go to school hungry and then you have to leave work even though it was a really important day when you were about to have a big meeting about your promotion. You had to leave work to get them Subway and then he didn't even fill up your car with gas, so then you had to get gas on the way and so then you were late for that meeting. Can anyone relate? No, we can't. No, we can't, because that's insane. I would rather be waterboarded than spend even an hour a day, a minute, raising an adult child who is capable, who is all there, as far as we know. I am tired of seeing people type out, "What is weaponized incompetence?" 8,000 times to these women. They don't care. The women who are posting these things, they don't care, they know. Unless your bags are packed and in the car as you hit the post button, do not post it. Unless you already have an exit plan, stop.
Talk about women carrying water for the patriarchy, where we see women posting about the shitty things that their husbands do, and instead of the other women saying, hey, that shouldn't be happening to you, the response is becoming overwhelmingly, then leave. If you're not going to divorce him, you need to shut the because I'm tired of hearing about women who won't leave, who just come online and complain. And I need women to understand how very dangerous this is. This is not empowerment. This is not feminism. That is patriarchy with a pink microphone. Because what you're really saying is your pain is only valid if you've already left and you're free. And that still tells women to live in silence. We need women talking about what's happening in their marriages. We need these stories visible. They educate younger women. They denormalize mistreatment. They give language to things women were taught to swallow. And they often become the very first crack in the conditioning that keeps women stuck. Not all women decondition at the same pace. How wonderful that would be. Not all women have the same resources. Not all women are safe to leave. Not all women can afford to leave. Not all women can log on to Zillow and Indeed and magically build a new life by next Tuesday. Some of these women left the workforce to raise their kids. Some were pushed out. Some have massive resume gaps. Some can't get hired in this job market. Some can't afford housing. Some can't afford childcare to get a job. Some are financially controlled. Some are psychologically worn down. Some are scared. Some are isolated. Some are still waking up. And reducing all that to, well, I would never, or just leave, or shut the fuck up if you're not going to leave is wildly ignorant and massively misogynistic. It creates this fake hierarchy where certain women get to feel superior because they've already done work that others are still in the middle of or have thankfully never had to do. That is women carrying water for the patriarchy, because patriarchy thrives when women police, shame, and silence each other. And one of the more ignorant takes I've seen recently is believing that the only understandable reason for staying is if you've been in a domestic violence situation. As if financial dependence, reproductive labor, coercion, emotional abuse, career sacrifice, psychological erosion, and systemic barriers don't count. That is dense, that is harmful, that is ignorant, and that is exactly how women have always been kept quiet. Women speaking about their marriages are not the problem. It is the conditions trapping them that are the problem. And if you are far enough out that you can't remember what it took to wake up, or you've never had to be in that situation, do not weaponize that against women who are still in it. We don't liberate women by telling them to shut the fuck up or leave. We liberate women by making sure they don't have to carry it alone.
The most annoying type of video that is currently on the internet is when a woman comes online, complains about her husband's behavior, says, oh, my husband did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then when the internet says, girl, leave him, his actions are bad, da 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 da, and then she turns around and defends him like crazy. What was the point of you coming online and complaining about his behavior if you're not wanting to hear the fact that, oh my gosh, leave him? Like, just shut up then. And then the comment that will always be in the comment section, guys, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this to blow up. It was just a joke. That's supposed to be funny. Girl, we're not laughing with you. So, yeah.
I feel like it has to be some form of a mental illness when women come on here and tell you the most vile things about their husband or boyfriend or whatever. Like, he doesn't know the kid's birthday. He doesn't know what school they go to. He doesn't know their allergies. He doesn't do household chores. But then when people call him out like, oh, he's a terrible man in the comments, they're defending him with their life, fighting for their life in the comment section like, oh, he's a good man. Don't use this 8-second clip to judge us. You offered up this information like nobody asked you. Nobody would have known what was going on in your household if you didn't tell anybody. But you're here posting it as if it's educational purposes, and then you're mad when people voice their opinion like, oh, he's trash. It's like, what were you trying to achieve? And I feel like deep down inside they know like they're a terrible person, but they can never like actually say that, or maybe they just don't want to admit it to themselves. But like, I feel like sometimes they're also trying to see what other people think, like if they're gonna be like, oh yeah, my husband's like that too, or if they're gonna call him out on it. But like, it's just always so insane and never fails. They will always be in that comment section defending them.
I'm sorry, but I'm so fucking tired of wives getting on here and posting shit about their husbands and like the shit that their husbands say. And then they get mad when people tell them to break up with them, get a divorce, like do something with them. They're like, guys, my husband is like the most awesome man on earth. Yes, I did just say that he said I'm a lazy sack of bones and that I need to die, but like, he sometimes gives me a massage, okay? Like, that's Pookie. We've been together since high school. Like, bitch, you can't post this bullshit online and expect people to not have something to say because you posted to vent. You know what this app is. And did you expect it to blow up? No, but you at least get, like, 2 or 3 comments. What'd you think? They were all gonna be positive or what? Because I just saw this woman's video and she was talking about how her husband was like, why do you always do this on my days off? She booked an ultrasound appointment to get a polyp on her uterus checked out, which, by the way, men of the internet, that's pretty serious and you should get that checked out because it can lead to a bunch of different issues. And he was like, why do you always do this on my day off? Like, seriously, I have an appointment to go to the dealership and like get my truck fixed or some bullshit like that. And so he would have to watch their daughter. He was like, who's gonna watch our daughter? You? And she like told him a month in advance and then told him a week before and like still made sure everything was fine, and then the day of he acted like that. I'm like, girl, you can't post that and expect people not to be like, girl, this is really weird. Like, this is not good. And then she was like, guys, like, I just love him and we're not getting a divorce. Like, my husband's the greatest man, the greatest father. He loves being a father. Clearly fucking not. Like,
we are seeing this growing trend of wives complaining about their husbands on the internet, and they are receiving a lot of pushback from women saying, if you're not going to leave him, we don't want to hear about it. And a lot of this comes from the fact that once women become wives, they do not have a personality. Their personality becomes what their husband does. They can only have a conversation. They can only talk about something in regards to what their husband is doing. AKA, wives get together and normalize the humiliation ritual that they are undergoing. They get together and they make light of the fact that they are indeed in a humiliation ritual, but then they complain about being in the humiliation ritual, even though they have all of the freedom in the world to no longer participate in it. And I think as women get more gumption to decide to get a divorce, to decide to decenter men, to decide to be child free, a lot of these women that only have a personality because they are married, they are finding themselves losing community to the point that they have no choice but to get on the internet and use those same talking points to the previous friends that they had when it was actually a commonality. And they've now outsourced it to women on the internet that actually have a personality. And so therefore, we don't think that that's funny because we do not see the value and currency of having a husband when you're receiving a butter dish, when you're having to do your own Christmas gift shopping because your husband refuses to participate. And I just kind of feel like if you were a woman that had a personality and you actually had an original thought of your own, you would not be falling for the antics that your husband would be doing. And it's even statistically proven that once women get married, they take on the ideology of their husbands. They vote the same way that their husbands vote. They take on the hobbies that their husbands like to do. They see more humor in the things that their husband sees humor in. And so a lot of the time, these married women, they morph into their husbands. And we already know that men, they like to joke about everything, even if it's at their wife's expense. They like to humiliate, even if they're humiliating their wife. They like to embarrass, even if it means that they're embarrassing their wife. So what happens is that a lot of women take this on as a personality trait. I'm married and my husband is humiliating me and embarrassing me, but like that's just what marriage is all about, right? Boys will be boys. But this is the first time where women are actually putting a name to it. When you put a name to somebody's behavior, it gives it a lot more power and you're able to pinpoint out the wrongdoing that is actually taking place. Wives can no longer get away with the thing of saying like, oh, well, it's just what husbands do. That's just a part of marriage, because we actually have a name for these things. It's not the fact that this is a part of marriage. It's the fact that you're married to a loser ass, bum ass dude.
There are actually a lot of videos that we've seen here on the internet that these wives have been posting for us to see. Some of them might post some jokes that the man might feel like is a joke, and them also think it's a joke as well, and post it expecting us to laugh, and we are not laughing. Some of them, they were posting when their husband embarrassed them or embarrassed one of the children or treat the children one kind of way. Some of them will post abuse. Some of them will post a story time of what happened, and they probably the way he treated them on the situation or the circumstance, and they'll be like, okay, is this right? Some of them will post when they forgive their husband cheating. Some of them will post when the Lord spoke to them. Like so many videos of them posting about their relationship and about their marriage. So there are different circumstances. And I feel like when somebody posts about abuse and all of that, and people are saying, just leave this man, just leave this man. Some people are like, you think it's not really easy to leave. You can't just walk out to leave because there are different that there might be different reason why this woman cannot leave. Probably she's not financially stable. Probably she's not this, she's not that. So you just telling women to just leave and tell her to stop posting or stop recording and just leave in the middle of the night. Sometimes it's not that easy peasy like that. And I also believe that the ones that post jokes, that probably the husband is joking around and they're also and they expect us to and we are not laughing. I feel like those ones are surprised because they're like, this is a normal behavior in a relationship. This is a normal behavior. This is how men treat women. So why are you guys not making it, or why are you guys not laughing? Why are you seeing it as if he hates it? It doesn't hate me because he loves me. He do other things that shows that he loves me. So why are you guys judging about just a 30 seconds video or a 7 minute video? Like just something very short. You all stop judging and all of that. I feel like those ones are even worse. So the thing is, women are not trying to silence women. If you're thinking that, oh, they're trying to silence women should, why are they saying stop recording or sort of that? We are not trying to silence you or tell us what is going on, because you have to speak up. In this period that women are speaking out about their relationship, is educating other women, and this is making other women to still choose their single life and be very careful with the kind of men that they end up with, right? So we're not silencing women, but I just feel like that sometimes that some women do not know that living is an option. Some women do not know that whatever this man is doing to them is dangerous. Some women don't even know, and that's what I keep saying. I want, if you're being abused a certain kind of way that is not so common, you wouldn't know because it'll be like, is he beating you? Is he cheating on you? And you're like, no, he's not beating me. He's not cheating on you. Like, then what is your problem? What is it? Like, they feel like if a man is not beating you, physically beating you, is not cheating on you, the man is a good man. That is what most women think. And there are other little things that these men do on a daily basis that shows that they do not like you. They don't want to spend the rest of their life. They hate you. They hate you as a woman, they hate you as a wife, or they are using you for something that is, I just feel like that silence type of abuse is even more dangerous than the one that we can see. So most women do not actually know that there are options to leave. Most women don't even see that there's a problem in this. And I feel like the more people tell them in the comment section when they post their relationship online, the more they know that they need to watch those behaviors. Later on in the years, they will now understand what people were saying. It's not like women hate women so much that we want to make everybody single, because that's what men come online to say, that single women are the ones that they be like, single women are always jealous of the married ones. So they are the ones that usually come to tell you to leave your husband because they want you to join them in their single miserable life. It is not always like that. It is not always like that. I just feel like sometimes some women don't know that there are options for them to leave. I just feel like sometimes some women don't know that they are being abused. Some women don't know what is really, really going on. And I feel like the more women keep pointing out these things, the more they realize that, the more they know that they cannot take such behaviors anymore. Most of the time when a man wants to humiliate you, it always comes as a joke. It always comes as a joke. And I feel like once you're cracking a joke and the other person is not funny to you, do not laugh. Like, it's not funny. You find it offensive and they're not going to do it again. But if you're they will keep doing it in front of everybody. And I just feel like the more women understand that some of these things are abuse, some of these things are dangerous, these are red flags that you're supposed to run. Like, there's some red flags that you're supposed to run. Nobody's supposed to tell you. Just run. There's nothing like it's going to change. There's nothing like, let's see how it goes. There's nothing like, you guys don't get it. We get it. We get it, because at the end of the day, these marriages, they don't eventually last. They don't eventually last. Later on in the years, they end up splitting because people have already seen it. They've already shown us like a short clip. And my own is that if you know that you don't want people's opinion in your relationship, stop bringing them online. Stop talking about it. And I kind of agree with one of the creators that was saying that most women actually base their life around their husbands. If you actually hang out with married women, if you have married women friends, you will understand. There is no conversation. My husband, my husband, everything is my husband. Okay, they don't know, they don't have anything surrounded about. And once they're talking about my husband, oh my husband, is they're not talking about good things, oh, they're talking about the terrible things that he is doing to them. They're talking about how he doesn't even know how to cook, how she has to go home and even bring out the food from the freezer to my, like, they just talk those tiny little things. For them it feels like, oh, my husband is stressed, my husband. They don't know what is actually like. Why are you in a house with a man that doesn't know how to cook? What, like, cook? Why can't he make it food by himself? Why can't he cook for you even now that you're out? Like, there's some little things that some women don't even understand that it's not supposed to be. So this is not a normal thing. But because they feel like, okay, he's my husband, I'm a married woman, and why should I complain? That's where the problem is. I just feel like this conversation or this type of videos are very annoying, in my opinion, when these women come online to start defending those men. Because I feel like if you do not want people to talk about your relationship, do not come online and post those videos. Because there's no how you're going to put those clips. We are going to judge you. Okay, we're going to judge your relationship based on that little clip, because that is what we are seeing. In fact, some people don't even post. Some people just talk about, somebody else, and we know that there's something going on in this person's life. Anyway, you guys, what is your take on this video? Let me know your thought about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one, guys.